Hey YouTube, this is day 2 on FSDBeta. A little bit of a morning drive here. It's pretty foggy out. I'm going to try to get some footage with the cameras and human visibility perhaps being a little bit different. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find any really dense fog or not, but we'll see what we can do. Good stop there. Needs to creep a little bit. It's got good visibility. And a good right turn. Nice job. Alright, coming up on a flashing yellow light. I went through this one yesterday on video. We'll see if the behavior's the same. Really, it's just a yield, so you don't proceed too fast down this corner. At this moment, the map has got us going straight, so it should proceed without stopping, but just kind of giving a cautious slowdown. And that's exactly what it did. Nice job. Okay, now we're back in kind of a residential road with no line markings. And it's coming up on a left turn, blinkers on. A little bit jerky there, but it did it okay. So we've got a yield here, and it completely stopped, which is a legal thing to do, but it didn't need to completely stop. And it brought us to our destination nicely. Alright, we got some runners up here on the right. It's identified them. It needs to slow down more than it is. Alright, it did go around them safely. I guess as a driver I would have slowed down just a smidge before they did. I'm sorry, before the car did. Okay, we've got an upcoming red light. It's completely visible in the fog. The car's not having any problem seeing it. Matter of fact, it may even be giving the car an advantage with some additional contrast. Proceeded through that yellow. That was about right. I think it would have been a very aggressive stop to do otherwise. I've noticed most of the yellows it's doing pretty well. I've never had it proceed through a yellow in an unsafe way. There's been a couple close ones, but that usually happens when there's a fast light change. I think they've got some good code logic on that. Okay, here we've got a flashing arrow against oncoming traffic. It's well clear. And it did that just fine. When there's no traffic, it has no problems. I think it makes very good decisions. It's speed-based decisions that sometimes are still difficult for it. Okay, this is a left turn at a crazy intersection. I don't know if you can see that here, but yeah, I wanted to go straight and it needed to go left. Oh, we're going left again. Okay, I did that manually. Interesting, notice the front and the back are marked differently here. That was a good example of how the dot identifies the back of a car. Okay, the green light proceeding. Very nice, smooth turn there. Okay, we are on a street with a divided median here. Pretty good visibility. I got a flashing red and a stop sign. Okay, I disengaged because of this biker coming by. I probably could have gone safely. I don't like to scare bikers. Alright, we're coming up on a turn in kind of a shopping district, but it's early. There's really no one around right now. The light turned green to give it right away, but it has an immediate red. Okay, and it did not see that red light. You can see it red there, and it's red up top. So it's a little bit of a tight turn, but it didn't see it. I don't know if you can see these very well on the camera, but these are stop for pedestrians in the crosswalk. These signs here. Obviously there are no pedestrians at the moment, but it's not even kind of slowing down. I'll have to try to find a use case if I can see if it acknowledges a pedestrian in the crosswalk any different than just a pedestrian that might be jaywalking or using a crosswalk that's not designated like that. This is kind of an S curve. It's kind of pretty sharp, I guess I would say. You can't go too fast. The speed's set about right. It's slowing down to 25 from 30. It didn't have any problem. The lane markings are good enough there that it did exactly what it needed to do. Continuing around to the right. It's got a blinker on there for no reason. That wasn't a right turn. I mean, it was continuing a sharp S-curve, but it wasn't a right turn. And if you see the blue line dancing around, that's when it does some jerky things like it did just there. Alright, I disengaged there. We've got some joggers up here on the other side of the road. Shouldn't really do anything different other than perhaps slow down a smidge. It's going 25 now, and it stayed at 25. They stayed on their side of the road. That basketball hoop was a little close. I don't know if it would have hit it. Got a car approaching from the left. Didn't see it. Now this is a very difficult obstruction. There's a tree and a bush right here, a sago palm, and it couldn't see. A pedestrian up here on the side of the road that's working on something. You can see it's identified him well and given a nice curve there. That's good. Okay, it was not going around that debris on the side of the road as much as I would have preferred. Okay, we've got a little bit of parked cars and traffic and a pedestrian on the left. It sees the pedestrian. It's slowed down to 20, mostly to navigate around those cars. It has the right of way here, and that car is stopped. That's good. Pedestrian on the other side, no need to slow down. Yeah, car, it's got to go around. It's got a good path. It's got a good path around this car. You can see that. Okay, it slowed down for those trash cans. There's a squirrel in the road, but I don't think it can see the squirrel. So that was yielding for the trash bags. nice curve around these cars. Okay, we've got some pedestrians up here, a little bit of yard debris. All right, it needs to go to the left. And it wasn't quite giving them the yield it needed to there. Pedestrians in a rural area, when there's no oncoming traffic, typically want you to give them a lot of room. I can understand that. And that was a very wild right turn. Not sure what it was thinking there, but no oncoming traffic.